Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and a little reminder from my sponsor Kava. Go give them a follow. I'll put this at the top of the description of this video at Kava_platform. So far in 2022, Kava has launched Ethereum CodeChain Alpha and Beta, onboarded over 30 protocols, opened a $750 million developer incentives program, and grown the Kava squad to 200,000. And the growth won't stop there. Cosmos EVM goes live in 5 days. There you go, folks. Now, this is a clip that was going around this past week, and I don't know if I forgot to show it. I know it's an older clip. I remember showing this back. Shoot, this was 2018, 2019, maybe somewhere back in there. But I wanted to show you two things. The first thing is that this guy, I don't know if he still is, but he's with a company called EuroXM Bank, which is one of Ripple's, was or is one of Ripple's customers. But what's interesting about what he's saying here is that I actually sat on the bus with him when I went to Ripple's Swell in 2019. He was a very nice gentleman. But anyway, listen to what he says so that you can understand what we all hold.
There's a discussion surrounding crypto replacing Swift. So we did speak earlier where you mentioned that it's not necessarily about replacing Swift, it's about complementing it. So let's get some more information on this.
Okay. I used to work for Swift. I was Swift for 20 years, so Swift is flowing through my veins. Swift is the preeminent messaging system for the financial industry, which covers, say, payments, FX, trade, in terms of securities, etc., Nostra reconciliations, etc. What we're looking with the crypto, though, is where Swift would have a store and forward system for most of its payment transactions, where you need service level agreements that in a certain time I will do something, the payment turns up at a certain time during the day. Here we're looking at the new network styles, which allow instant, real-time movement of the funds and visibility of those funds as well. So we would not have a situation where banks need to come back to you and say, have my funds arrived? It's 3 days later. I need to find out or find query messages moving around the network. There's nothing like that. I don't believe Ripple is going to replace Swift. Ripple is one of the complementary networks, which is going to allow those institutions who need real time to make use of that. And I think we're also seeing that Swift are changing their network capability so that real time will be a possibility as well. But we may also see Ripple XRP moving across the Swift network as a currency when we're perhaps using something like FX.
Now, I just slightly moving on.
How about them apples, folks? I mean, I wanted to show that because there's a lot of you that probably didn't get to see that. That's pretty surreal when you think about it. Now, Christine Lagarde, who in the past has said it is not Bitcoin, she is never letting a crisis go to waste on this UST thing and coming in and saying, almost as if it was a plan, by the way, said cryptocurrencies are based on nothing and should be regulated to steer people away from speculating on them with their life savings. Folks, I'll say it again, XRP XLM. I'll keep saying it. And here's what I said the other day. This is what I think. Folks, I believe that Bitcoin and Ethereum were, I don't believe it. I've shown people's own words where they say they were. I believe Bitcoin and Ethereum were prototype testnets. Even Joseph Lubin has called Ethereum, he's even called it a toy. I believe they were test nets. I believe there's a bigger plan, and I believe that the two of the core protocols in that plan are XRP and XLM, Stellar Network and the XRP Ledger. I believe that there are probably a few hundred people that know about the overall plan for crypto. And when I say that, I mean big money people, government people. I believe they've always known. They've known for the last 10 years at least. I believe in, and I think that there's a long-term agenda going on here. But what I also think is that some of the people that had that knowledge of the overall plan inside of, they knew they had a window of time before the overall plan gets initiated. Excuse me, my throat. I believe that some of those people, some of the more nefarious characters in this movie, did a lot of shady things to try to profit from that knowledge in the last 5+ years. And I think a lot of that is centered around the whole Ethereum free pass and all of that stuff. If you think about how much money has been made off of this token issuance, basically a money printer that Ethereum has had. And I'm going to make this point here in a clip in a minute also. But think about part of the reason I've always been such a pro Ripple and XRP person is that everything I've seen out of this company has been transparent. Here's what we're doing. Here's where the XRP is. Here's our escrow. Everything's been transparent. Everything around Ethereum has been hidden, disguised whales. Nobody knows what happened in the ICO or who bought, or, and then they get behind closed doors to try to rig the thing for an Ethereum free pass. Everything's been in secret and hiding things. And so that is red flag city to me. Now, speaking of, Gemini never would even speak of XRP, didn't list XRP, but anything Bitcoin, Ethereum related, oh yeah, we're all on board. And that includes UST, right? Gemini Exchange will suspend trading for UST on May 27th, 2022. I said, so XRP was too dangerous for for your customers, but UST was just fine, right? Then there's this from Wrath of Kahneman. Now, let me tell you, this is something I get a lot, okay? And what I hear is, are you comfortable with the fact that Ripple goes to Davos and the World Economic Forum? And hey, I'm the first, look, I'll make no bones about this. I don't say the guy's name much on this channel, but the creepy Dr. Evil guy, I'm no fan at all. That is not how I roll, not on this channel. Now, there's a lot of folks, there's a lot of censorship that goes on even on YouTube, and there's certain things you can and can't say. But here's where I weigh in on Ripple. I know Ripple goes to this stuff. Look, there's a lot of powerful people at these events. And there's also, like for instance, Wrath of Kahneman here is pointing out that Brad Garlinghouse will be speaking at the World Economic Forum. And then here's where he's going to speak. You're going to have Jeremy Allaire. Now remember, Jeremy Allaire's with Circle, which is backed by Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and he has the USDC, which runs on Stellar. We've also seen the people from Stellar at the World Economic Forum. Brad Garlinghouse is there. So here's where I come in, like what I just said. Think about what we've seen from the Ethereum side of all of this. Closed door meetings, secret meetings, plot to get Ethereum a free pass, versus what we've seen from Ripple. Transparency, everything's here, right here in front of you. We're showing you what we're doing. Okay, so here's where this all here's where the rubber meets the road, because I've said it 1,000 times. Digital currencies will be used for good or for evil. I am hoping and praying that all of these guys that we're for are on the side of this going in the direction of good. The people at Ripple. And when I say good versus evil, here's what I'm talking about. Chris Giancarlo from the Security Token Summit hits it right here. This, make no mistake. You're either going, this digital currency thing is going in one of two directions. It's going to be in the direction of what he calls surveillance coin, like what China's doing with the digital yuan, or it's going in the direction of Liberty coin. You could build CBDCs on the XRP ledger. We know that. You can build them on the Stellar network. Okay, we know that. What we're all hoping is that all of these guys are going to be designing these things in the mold of a Liberty coin, where it's got privacy built into it. Listen to what Giancarlo says. And remember, the guy that's speaking is one of Ripple's attorneys. Wilkie Barr, I think is the name of the law firm.
But perhaps maybe I've just been around too long and spent too much time in Washington. I think it's coming. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's coming. And so therefore, I think we need to emphasize the issue of privacy. Privacy is a design choice in any currency system. If we get privacy right, and we do have a Fourth Amendment, by the way, we start with a constitutional right to privacy whenever the government does something. If we get the jurisprudence right, we get the design choices right, and we build privacy in, then theoretically, it could be better than what we see today in the public square, where the private sector has taken over speech and has decided not only to surveil it, but to censor it. So my point is, you guys may be right. Maybe a digital dollar never happens, okay? But for my money, it probably does. And therefore, I feel that if we as a free society get out now and emphasize the essentialness of privacy and emphasize the Fourth Amendment and get that design choice right, a Liberty coin compared to a surveillance coin, a Liberty coin put out by the US or Europe compared to a surveillance coin put out by China, could empower the dollar for generations to come as the world's strongest instrument.
I will tell you this, folks. If I'm still doing this channel when we find out how all this plays out, I will tell you this. If anybody tries to turn the United States of America into surveillance coin, then this channel will be converted into a Liberty coin channel, and we will call them all out the same way we've done the SEC. So all my indications is that Ripple is on the side of the good guys, because remember the way this is all unfolded, folks. For years, the guys from Ethereum, the guys from the Bitcoin side have pointed at Ripple and said, you're evil, they're the bad guys, they're the bankers coin. Remember, that's what they've said. Meanwhile, the guys at Ripple are the ones showing you everything and telling you exactly how this unfolded. Here's what's going on. Meanwhile, over there, you don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. You don't know who the disguised whales are. They don't want to do an audit of the ICO for Ethereum. They're going behind closed doors at the SEC and trying to rig the system in their favor. But yet they're pointing at, in other words, it's from that book. I remember people talking about that political book by that guy Saul Alinsky called Rules for Radicals. One of the rules was accuse your enemy of what you're doing. Isn't that what we've been watching? So I think we're on the side of the good guys here, folks. And if they weren't, I'll be the first one to come out and point it out. Now look, Jay Clayton doesn't think it's very clear. I thought he did think it's very clear. But watch this, because we have a very real scenario that's could pan out here, where XRP ends up being the only digital asset with clarity.
I think we'll see, actually, depending on what side of things you're on, you might like this or not like this, I think we'll see very limited legislative action and probably very limited interagency coordinated guidance. If we have it anywhere, I think it'll be in the areas of custody and stablecoin. And I would add, if you want clarity, I would tell you to push those areas because they're the most likely to succeed and move on from there.
I think Andrezel just nailed it right here. Suing XRP was likely a gift in disguise, no matter the underlying motive. Gift in disguise looks like a thumbnail to me. He may have gotten my thumbnail for this video. And then there's this. I could not finish this video without showing you this hilarious piece. And I said it here. If I had not watched Mike Novogratz for years actively bash XRP without a care in the world for XRP holders, I would almost feel sorry for him now. Karma is real, folks. This guy has taken his rightful place as the laughingstock of crypto. Watch this. It is priceless.
Around January 4th, Mike Novogratz, of course, he's big in Bitcoin, big in all kinds of tokens, posted on Twitter his arm, and he had this huge new tattoo on it, and he said, "I'm now a lunatic." And it was this moon with the wolf, and I don't know, the wolf looked a little sketchy, like the paws looked like sporks or something, I don't know, but he said, I'm now a lunatic, and he invested in Luna.
So, there are lasers that can take those tattoos off. And I know a guy who can put a new tattoo on there that says Bitcoin, and he can change his ways.
One of the funny things that I saw was I love to look at those things and then look at the comments afterward. And the first comment after he posted that of January 4th of this year was somebody from somebody named @PlateLiquor21. And he wrote, quote,
Was this one of the Twitter people that,
Yes.
that Elon is talking about that might not be real?
No, this looked like a real guy. He had a little Canadian flag by it. And he wrote, quote, this will be so embarrassing in like 6 months. He was off by 1 month. Plate liquor. Yeah, but
Wow.
listen, again, I bring it full
follow
circle.
that guy, Plate Liquor.
@PlateLiquor_21. I mean, you can't make this up, but he basically was saying this will not age well. Listen, we love Novo. He's really a futuristic thinker, but that's kind of where a lot of people are right now, where they maybe believed in some of this mathematical, algorithmic, hoo-ha.
Mathematical, with quotes.
Hoo-ha. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that I am a follower of Plate Liquor 21. Plate Liquor 21 may become a meme within itself. I love it. Thanks for listening.